Hey yo, people, it's good. Today I want to talk about this concept where people think a podcast should only be about a certain niche. And while I do agree with that to some extent, it's no secret that the biggest podcast in the world is not about a certain niche. I mean, the Joe Rogan Experience is about life as we know it. It's about life in general. He brings on a lot of guests on his podcast, and they talk about different topics, different things around that surround us. They talk about the universe. They talk about medicine. They talk about political views and sports and so many different things. And that's what makes it so interesting, because when you tune in or when you look at the title, well, sometimes you click because you like the guy he's having, but some other times most of the time I don't know who the people he's talking with are, but the title sounds interesting, so it just lures me in, and I end up learning a lot of things. So I personally think you should focus more on the things that you know about and the things that you're good at, instead of just focusing on one niche, because a niche for me is like me talking about digital marketing or social media management or Facebook ads or whatever all the time, or even making a podcast, which a mistake that I made actually in the second season, I reckon, was talking a lot about football. It's something that I'm passionate about and it's something that I love, but I didn't want this podcast to just be about football. I wanted to be about my view of the world and about honest conversation about things that I believe in and some of my values, and just sharing some knowledge and sharing being given something valuable to the listener. And I think that's where most new beginner podcasters like myself, that's something that we should focus on, because if you get lost in this whole should I be about this niche or that niche, and should I limit myself to certain things, then you're definitely gonna be lost, and you won't be able to keep it up. So I mean, that's obviously just my point of view. I totally respect people who think a podcast or whatever, actually content digital content or otherwise should be about a certain topic all the time. I personally don't believe so, because the people I look up to, and even the podcasts that I listen to, even vlogs that I watch on YouTube, they're never about the same topic. It's one of my favorite vloggers is obviously Casey Neistat. And Casey didn't talk about just one thing. He didn't just talk about creating content, although that was his main idea of what he did. But each episode was different, and that's what made it so interesting, because you didn't know what you were gonna expect the next day. There are other creators that you just go to for certain specific things, but those are not the ones that you watch on a daily basis or on a weekly basis, because it just gets boring at some point. It's there's Unbox Therapy. It's a Canadian YouTube channel and that I really love, and they bring up so many great tech gadgets on, and they review them in a very funny tone, and I truly love it. But that's not the kind of channel that I go to when I'm looking to be entertained or looking to learn something that doesn't have to do with tech. So that's why, in my opinion, you just gotta keep it real. I mean, keep it about the things that you really enjoy talking about, and if you feel inspired, then just make an episode, and someone will like it, others won't. Don't focus on what people may like. Focus instead on what you like and what you want to talk about, and then if the people come, then fine. If they don't, then at least you're doing something that you believe in. There you have it. Let me guys know what you think, and if you agree or not, and till next time, peace out.